All right, here we go with the start of the video correspondence. So I was thinking, because there's some chord transition stuff I want to work on first, we're actually going to work our way down in speed instead. Because usually what we do is work up. But again, because I want to really get some of this chord transition stuff improved, we're actually going to work our way down because sometimes this tends to go easier for people when you start off a little bit faster and then work your way down. So what I got listed for numbers 1 and 2 here is starting at 120. And if that seems like maybe that's too fast or even too slow, just got to make an adjustment to where it feels okay. I'll talk about how to really figure that out in just a second. So basically what we got here is I put these slides using grace notes to really drive the point home that when beat number 3 comes in, that's when we transition. So the thing I was hearing, especially on the slow speeds, was the very common thing. Let's say you're going to go from an A5 to the G5. Instead of doing it like this, where the sound is continuous, and you change chords, change the chord position, and strum at the same time. So watch, the chord's going to move, and I'm going to strum at the same time. What I noticed you were doing, again, mainly at slow speeds, was then you stop the chord and then move into the next spot. Whoops. Things like that. Maybe you'll mute the strings a bit better to get down there, but basically the strings were no longer vibrating, no longer ringing out, the chord's no longer ringing out. So to make things sound the best we can, for a lot of this power chord stuff, yeah, we can make the chords ring out continuously, and we want that skill. So with number 1 here, we got the slides happening because when beat number 3 comes in, that's when you make the slide. So a common mistake people will make is they will move their hand into position for the new chord or whatever they're going to play. They moved into position to be ready for the new click or the new beat instead of moving to that new position when the appropriate beat happens. So that's what we're going to focus on for right now. So I'm going to start by demonstrating this at 120. And then what you're going to do when you're practicing is go down in 5s every time you play this correct. So you're going to work this down without the repeat. And then, like it says there, it says spend about 10 to 15 minutes each practice session working on this. So after about the 10-minute mark, add in that repeat. So let's say after 10 minutes you get down to like 75. Try playing it twice at 75. So that's going to be your goal there, playing it twice through. Now, if you reach 60, and you reach 60 beats per minute before next week, I want you to turn in an early video. So I won't always be able to make new videos early. In fact, I usually can't. Sometimes I'll be able to do it like a day early. So like I'm making this on Wednesday now instead of the main day Thursday because I got the time, so I wanted to do it today. But what I can do and will do is like give like maybe one more new thing in the middle of the week, just with a Guitar Pro file. So since you have Guitar Pro, you'll be able to hear how it's supposed to sound and all that. But basically, yeah, so sometimes we'll have goal speeds to reach to submit stuff early. Now, I say that for a goal speed to submit things early because not everything's going to have a goal speed that you need to reach by the end of the week. So when we do this stuff, most of what we do is going to be get where you can and then show where you got. So let's say you do not make it down to 60 before next week. What you're going to do is your final practice session, you're going to record the whole thing, the entire practice session, no edits, and send that in. So we have 2 technique things this week. So that would mean basically you can make like 2 videos. So the first one for the first practice session and the second one for the second. If you think the videos are going to be too long to upload to YouTube and send over, you can break them up further. That's fine. I know some people have upload limits as far as like length or whatnot. Let's see. Trying to make sure I remember everything to tell you, especially with this being the first group of lessons. But yeah, so if you reach 60 before next week's the day to submit things, start making a video then. So basically, let's say you get to 60 beats per minute for the first time, start filming because you might get it. And then send it over. I'll check it out and let you know if it's good or not. And if it's not good, I'll tell you what needs to be fixed to make it better. So I'm going to start at 120 here. And I'm going to just demonstrate some speeds. I'm not going to do the entire work it down in 5s because that'll take, quite a long time. Actually, while I'm thinking about it. So this tempo has a tapped tempo feature. I think pretty much any metronome now does have that. Even Guitar Pro has a tap tempo thing. So basically, we're playing on beats 1 and 3. So what you can do to figure out like a good starting tempo for you is just learn what the thing is and just kind of see, what naturally happens. What's your natural speed for it? And counting, the 1, 2, 3, 4 is a great idea. We're going to be doing a lot of counting. So from what you told me, sounds like you might be quite skilled in that already. But like counting all 4 beats for something like this can be really helpful just to make sure you're keeping track of how many beats have rung out. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da, da, da. So that's that tempo right there. So I'll go over here and click on that. Bup, 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 bup. So yeah, about right there. So I was almost at the 120. So, and you can try it at the 120. If that's not working out well, just kind of do what I did there. Just play at whatever feels natural for you. Put that in, tap it into metronome, figure out about how fast it is, and then just kind of round it off to the next, to the nearest 0 or 5. So here we go, 120. I'm going to count off 4 so you know when I begin, so you can follow along. So here we go. So again, on beat number 3, that's when we move. So you can say 3 or slide. Sometimes I'll have students say the word slide because that, you're telling yourself, do this thing. So for the first half, I'll say all 4 beats. For the second half, I'll say slide, so you hear both ways. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. See how fast I'm going with that? So you really got to move there. So, and again, I'm suggesting starting at 120 because that works well for a lot of people as far as like kind of a natural starting speed. If that's too fast, go slower. That's fine. And who knows, maybe we would need to start at 60 and work our way up instead for you. So there is some experimentation to figure out like, okay, well, what works, what doesn't work. All I ask from you and everybody else is just give it your best. Let me know how things are going. And then it's up to me to figure out where we go next to best help you. Because those are some big slides, right? And I'm purposely going wider to make it more challenging as you go. So, not a bad idea, first day or two, just practice without the metronome just to learn the piece. Know exactly where you're going to go. for these big slides especially, look ahead. Look where you're going to go. Like really look where you're going to go. So you got a much better chance of landing in the right spot. All right, I'm going to go down 20. So here it is at 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. At 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. So I'm thinking about sliding as I'm tapping my foot. So I am tapping with the metronome the whole time. Very important to do. All right, and 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. 1, 2, slide. With the repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I played it wrong. Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, slide. 1, 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 2, slide. Okay. Number 2, the same chords as number 1. So the idea is you're still going to slide. You just need to make sure you actually strum when you get to the new chord. So you'll be sliding and strumming at the same time. So we're not going to do that. So we're not going to strum, slide, and then strum. We strum, and then when you reach that chord, you got to make sure you strum at the same time. It's like basically it's clapping, except you're just kind of putting your hands on the guitar at the same time. All right, 120 to demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I mean, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 80. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. With the repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, done. Okay. So for theory, I think the first thing we're going to do, bit of a test, kind of see what you know. So I saw what you said, you know, the things that you did know there. So what we have here, bunch of different keys, and kind of going up the circle of fifths, and what I like to call the circle of fourths. So for the flats, I just go up 4 instead of back 5. But either way, we are increasing in number of sharps, and then as we scroll down, we see that we switch over to flats and then increase number of flats. So what I want you to do is input as many of the chords as you can. Got the Roman numerals to go along with the numbered chord progression system. So let's see. Because part of this is also a little bit of a quiz, I don't want to give a whole lot away. You did say you understand triads and like seventh chords and things like that. So what I want you to do is use like as many open chords as you can. For example, putting in like a C major chord, open C chord, open A minor chord, or open A major chord, open E major or E minor, G major. Now for like minor, I prefer using the bar chord because you could do a minor like that, but look at that. I gotta put myself in this awkward position. That's no fun. So as you progress through the different keys, as like the sharps or the flats increase, you will need to use bar chords or movable chord shapes more and more often. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Use bar chords when you need it. Use them when you don't know an open chord position. That's fine. Like for most of the diminished chords, I'm using one of two shapes for the most part, which I'm not going to demonstrate right now because, again, I want to see what you do know. So when you get this stuff filled in, send it over. No need to wait until next week. Send it over as soon as you got things ready, as much as you can. And let's say within a week you don't have everything filled out. still send over what you got so I can check things out and look at what's good and offer any corrections if need be. But let's start with this. And yeah, so remember, as far as 1 and 2 go, work it down to 60. And because it's a little bit more difficult to be accurate at 60 with those things because of how much time you got in between each chord and making sure that you move on the beat instead of before the beat. That's why I want to work down, because I feel for most people it's harder to be accurate at the slower speed with that sort of thing. It's easier for people to be more accurate at the faster speed, which is kind of what you showed me in the demonstration videos that you sent in. So yeah, if you reach 60 before next week, as soon as you start to try 60, start filming it, because you might get it. If you don't reach 60 by next week, I want you to record the entire final practice session, including the repeat at the end. Send that in. When it comes to submitting an early video, no need to do the repeat. And as soon as you got stuff filled in, like when you fill out this, everything you can, everything that you know here, send that over. And just in case you don't know, with Guitar Pro, so when you put in your chord name here, I'll just put some numbers. Hit the letter A to bring up the chord diagram box. Now, personally, I can't stand seeing a bunch of chords up here, like these chord shapes. So I make sure the display diagram is turned off whenever I do this, because then it just becomes a big old cluttered mess, I feel, and it's just blech. So I always make sure that's turned off. Most of the chords will have the correct name auto-generate if you do it right. The only exception is going to be, it's like 1, maybe 2 keys where like the root note might actually be considered like an F flat or an E sharp, depending on one of the keys. And Guitar Pro won't take into account you're in a specific key, and that's, to go along with the theory rules, the note name is just kind of odd, like E sharp instead of F. But anyway, if that doesn't make sense, please let me know. This is part of getting to know you more with what you know in theory, and we'll just kind of go from there. All right, I think that does it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you soon.